Family vlogging channels have been a thing for years and years. With that also being said, there's also been a lot of drama between family vlogging channels, whether the family are living fake lives, family problems, or whether it's drama between other YouTubers, which can lead to a possible downfall. Today, I'm going to be talking about family vlogging channels, why people hate them, and why most channels do not go as well. My name is Zoid, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to. Most people that vlog in the first place are probably living in a whole paradise house right now, but most of the vlogging that is made are probably staged. I don't know if it's just me, probably not, but sometimes when there are errors or rather editing mistakes, whether it's group vlogging, or family vlogging in general, they all switch up as soon as the cameras are off. And I mean, how could you deceive me into believing you guys live all those lives, those perfect lives? I mean, I have a poster of you up in my wall. I mean, how could you do this to me? But it's YouTube at the end of the day. You gotta do what you gotta do to make it, even if it's plain hardcore pranks on your child and making them cry on camera. Right. Family of 5 or Daddy 05, basically a family vlogging channel where there were pranks played by their dad. He had 5 children, and there was always this one kid every time getting quote unquote pranked by his father, and of course ended up crying every time he was pranked because it was that bad. The kid's name was Cody. He's 14 now, living in a better home, of course, and I'm sure there was other kids in that house he also badly pranked, quote unquote, like Cody's sister Emma. Basically the same situation, but you know, screw it. The whole house was basically hellfire at that point. The pranks kept continuing, and it was bad to a point where the father and stepmother of these children lost all custody of them, and the father and stepmother being charged for emotionally and physically abusing their children. The 2 channels now though have been terminated, but I'm sure you can find the re-uploads of their videos and you can tell that it was abuse. Most family channels I've seen on the YouTube web weaponize anything for views, even the most emotional moments, and if you ask me, that's crazy, man. I get it, some family channels want to spice up their channel a bit and make it a little dramatic, but when you see your kids crying on camera and they don't want to be on camera, don't shove up the camera up to their face and record them anyway. It's common sense. Then I mean, you're not also a good parent, unless it's like a lesson learned and like they did something really bad, of course. But you may be a good parent behind the scenes and it's just you on camera, but it really isn't necessary doing that in a way where you're embarrassing your child and all, because sometimes that can just stay personal. There's a whole act during vlogging sometimes and everything is just staged, and that wouldn't be fun, would it, if you're watching the video? Why do you think people hate vlogging channels so much? We caught a stranger living in our home. Shocking. And I was so hyped to see this, and I clicked on a video and I saw no stranger, and you know, that was a bummer. And you know what? I'm disliking the video. You know what? That's it. I'm unsubscribing. I didn't subscribe for this. I subscribed for good content. Moving on though, 8 Passengers. Family channel with over 2 million subscribers as I'm speaking. The person who as well runs the channel is the mother Ruby, and what I bring to the table today is how her children are basically mistreated in a way, and kids are into watching people's lives like this one, and I wouldn't be really surprised if any of these kids don't actually notice what's actually happening in the video. But eventually, as you grow older with the channel, you also get caught up with their dark secret they're hiding in their videos. And I mean, any typical person that was a child at one point would see what I mean. Alright, but back to what I was saying. In most cases, in her videos, she would joke around about how her children would receive the punishment lashes. And lashes is a type of punishment where you're whipped with an actual whip. And there's no problem with whooping your kids. I mean, they gotta learn their lesson, right? But the way she brought up lashes is not a type of punishment you use on your kids. It's another level of abuse. And the punishment is used on people that committed crimes in other countries. And with all those punishments, she sent her son to a troubled teen center in the wilderness. And therefore, from research, kids have also died there from those centers.
Probably wondering what the heck we're talking about. Chad today has just entered the Anasazi Foundation Wilderness Therapy Program, where he's going to spend the next 8 to 10 weeks living in the
Anasazi Desert.
yeah, the desert mountains of Arizona. And he'll be with counselors and other youth that are trying to figure some things out. So you're probably wondering, what did Chad do? Okay, we're not even going to entertain that stuff, but it's an accumulation of things over years, well before we ever started YouTubing, or well before we ever...
And then they explain on in the video much more details. And from what I've seen, he's done nothing wrong, because in the past videos they made, when he did get in trouble, he did explain why he got grounded for this and that, and it was harmless. The mother also received a lot of backlash in the comments for this as well, for the son not sleeping on an actual bed for months and months, and to be exact, for 7 months. And they actually left the clip in their video.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October, and they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, he was like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on. And I was like, we're not going to Disneyland.
Ruby also came out with an apology after, responding to all the criticism she received from the video.
And let you guys know, if you are angry or triggered by today's video, I am going to I'm going to post tomorrow. I don't normally post on Saturdays, and I would love to validate all of your anger and to let you know that I hear you and I understand why you're upset. And I want to let you know that I am deleting your comments, not because I hate you, and I'm not ignoring you.
Definitely hiding from criticism. But my honest opinion is that she's very abusive towards your children. And as I said earlier, kids don't really pick up on what's right and wrong when you're watching these videos and when you're on the vlogging channel yourself, because they're just that young to a point where they don't understand. So in conclusion, family vlogging channels suck. But jokes aside though, this is gonna be where I'm gonna end the video. If you guys enjoyed, subscribe and like, follow my Twitter, join my Discord server, and I also have a second channel if you want to subscribe. But that's gonna be really the end of it. My name is Zoid and I'm signing out.
And I got that by the O. Up in that chopper, make a nigga fold. You know them times to get a nigga roll. Up in that app and touch a nigga soul. How can I play? He still style, but the drip can't take it. We do that shit that we can't say. She like Chanel, she like babe. Glock in his hand, you know you blow that. The way you going, I said, come get your hoe back.